Welcome back. The program is the AFIA Morning Show. My name is Natalie once again. And of course, this is saying good morning to you from wherever you're joining us this morning. And good evening if you're on the other side of the globe. Ezeaputa is here with me. Oji, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing today?
Great, thank God.
I pledge our full support for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I promise AFIA TV. In fact, I personally would ensure that you're able to get past this very dark period.
Yeah.
Yes. And in case you're wondering, Ezeaputa broke the news to us yesterday that he lost his father, who was over 80, at the weekend. So since then, it's been really difficult for him, but somehow he's strong enough to still be here. It will be well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ogadima. Definitely.
Barrister Ezeaputa is here as well. I'm sure he has some words of wisdom. Barrister Ezeaputa, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, handsome.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
So, yeah. I'm sure it's not a polygamous family, is it?
Well, please.
Yeah.
How are you coming up with all these things, Barrister Ezeaputa?
No, I know. You know, we're into my lawyer and I will know the difference between where it is a polygamous family and not a polygamous family, because there are going to be a lot of there's some estates to be shared. You know?
Oji, would you want to clear the air?
Are you the first son?
You are, yeah.
From
Actually,
one of the wives?
I'm actually the first son.
Huh?
The first wife.
For the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But does it make it a polygamy? Is it polygamous?
Yeah, it's a polygamous family, though. Well, we're at peace.
That's great. I mean,
Please.
I'm from a polygamous, so I know the issues that will come up.
Yes. All right, let's continue to, continue to support Oji. That's for sure. Regardless, maybe much later we can clamor about backgrounds, but today is a somber one, evidently. And his soul is definitely resting in peace and smiling down on you.
Right. Yes.
It's such a good thing when you know that your parents witnessed you get to a certain level. You are not a trouble child. You are not coming with police every day.
And all that,
So, he saw you excel, and I'm sure he's so proud of you.
Yeah, he was.
Nothing better than having a responsible son. Let's take a look at headlines and see if Oji's integrity will make the front covers this morning, beginning with the Daily Times. WAFCON 24 win. Tinubu rewards Super Falcons with national honors, $100,000 each. Houses. EFCC arrests 7 Chinese, 4 Nigerians for illegal mining in Akwa Ibom. ICPC begins prosecution of El Rufai's aide Jimmy Lawal, others in Kaduna. INEC committed to electoral reform, regional democratic consolidation, according to Yakubu. NCGC targets 100 billion naira credit guarantees to close MSME financing gap. TET Fund inspects project execution at FCE Ebonyi. Bandits kill 35 Zamfara villagers after receiving 50 million naira ransom. Party membership, SDP denounces embargoes El Rufai for 30 years. On the Punch, Electricity Act Amendment Bill, federal government may sell 11 discos to new investors. NEC to enforce discos recapitalization, privatization amendment bill advances at NAS. Lassa fever death toll rises to 152. I beg your pardon, Lassa fever death toll rises to 152 amid 811 cases. New electricity law unleashes widespread crisis. This is in the states versus discos debate. GAC in turmoil as faction moves to sack Lagos APC chairman. Cheating, Ondo girl nabbed for stabbing boyfriend to death. Nurses strike to hit hospitals nationwide Wednesday. U.S. birth tourism crackdown sparks Nigerian hospital reform calls. Federal government launches crackdown on MDAs after 300% surge in impressed claims. 2027 APC kicks as opposition backs single-day polls. On The Guardian, poor digital retail offerings mar 85 trillion naira stock market potential. RISIEC fixes August 30 for LG polls as groups kick. Cement firms profit up by 229% on foreign exchange stability as revenue hits 3.2 trillion naira. Tinubu honors Super Falcons with OON flats millions for WAFCON triumph. WHO declares hepatitis D cancerous, urges swift global action. Security forces kill 45 bandits in Niger, suffer casualties in Katsina. On Nigerian Tribune, INEC chairman agitation for Yakubu's successor swells. Tinubu rewards Super Falcons, we've taken that already, with $100,000 each, national honors, houses. Millipedes may be source of new drugs to treat human pain. And Ekiti stands still as political heavyweights endorse Tinubu Oyebanji for second term. Police arrest housewife for faking own kidnap. And on Daily Global, Tinubu overfeeding Nigerians with wrong statistics, according to Peter Obi. Police army preach peace in two warring communities in Edo. Police army preach peace in two warring communities in Edo. That's a repeated headline there. Federal government eyes 2 million jobs through social housing program. Fuel war brews as Dangote presses Tinubu to ban imports. Bayelsa traditional rulers purported removal sparks controversy. Tantita security coordinator implicated. Edun tasks NDIC management to deliver on mandates.
Story from Salient Times. Tinubu confers national honor gifts $100,000 houses to Super Falcons players. Says he didn't want to watch WAFCON final because of BP. SDP expels El Rufai banned ex-governor for 30 years. Displaced hippopotamuses attack Adamawa communities, killed one. 2027 Fayose endorses Tinubu Oyembanji for re-election. NSCDC officer stabbed to death in front of her house in Abuja. Reactions as Nigeria must go protests erupt in Ghana. Over 130 security personnel lost their lives to banditry, says government. 400 Cross Rivers repentant militants trained in Nasarawa State. RSIEC sets August 30 for Rivers local government area elections. Moving over to this day, Tinubu rewards each Falcons player with $100,000, 3-bedroom flats, national honor. Recalls how his wife almost abandoned his dinner due to the tension-soaked match. All 36 governors give 10 million naira each to players and technical crew. First Lady describes players as role models, shining examples of courage and excellence. Team's victory, symbol of national unity. Inspiration, triumph of belief, says Diko. E-payment transactions rise 17.7% to 284.99 trillion naira in first quarter of 2025. POS transactions hit 10.45 trillion naira, record 209% increase. NCDMB facilitates creation of over 50,000 jobs, 12 million training man hours. And moving over to Nigerian News Direct. WAFCON. Tinubu confers OON honors on Super Falcons, rewards players with $2.4 million and houses. Fayemi absent as Ekiti bigwigs endorse Tinubu Oyebanji for second term. REA and COS sign MOU on improving power supply to correctional centers. Doctors strike cripples services in Lagos hospitals as patients lament neglect. Transcorp Power PLC posts 77.6 billion naira profits, declares 11.25 billion naira interim dividend. Digital payments surged by 24.4% to 295.5 trillion naira in first quarter of 2025. Moving over to the West. 25-day power outage looms in Lagos, Ogun. Odua's people Awolowo will take more to boost Ikeji's digital economy when completed. 2025 Osun Osogbo Festival begins with traditional Iwopopo ceremony. Fayose others endorse Tinubu Oyebanji publicly for second terms. Osun 2026 fear of protest, votes within APC forced Oyetola to drop ambition, party's sources alleged. President Tinubu honors Super Falcons with national awards cash prizes. So moving over to the last one right here. The Nation. Ekiti ex-governors Ayedatiwa endorse Tinubu Oyembanji. Leaders across parties come together for president's governor. Fayemi absent at Solidarity rally. More cash for states from new VAT distribution plan. DSS-backed forces, soldiers kill 45 terrorists. Bandits slay 38 in Zamfara. President gives Falcons cash houses national award of OON. Lastly.
All right. Thank you, Oji, for those headlines. I think we would start from, one of the biggest stories that we've seen cut across all the dailies this morning. And I'm sure Barrister Ezeaputa would love to react to this. Nigerian News Direct, WAFCON, Tinubu confers OON honors on Super Falcons, rewards players with $2.4 million and houses. And we're also seeing that same headline, coming up in different. We have Tinubu confers national honor, gifts $100,000 houses to Super Falcons players. Now, we'll stick with the $100,000, gift. And of course, the national honors and the houses at the Renewed Hope Housing Estate. What's your reaction to the rewards for the Super Falcons, our girls?
Yes, first of all, it is good that once in a while, Nigerians will have some good news, something to celebrate. Because for a very long time, you find horrendous news every time. At least for now, there is something to celebrate. And again, from the social point of view, we find that there is a school of thought of which I belong to, that any community or any country or any state, the status of women is neglected, that country or state will never go forward. So I'm very happy that this event has moved, the status of our girls. They now have estates, their own houses. In fact, they have all crossed poverty line,
I mean, we also saw the governors of the 36 states come together and put 10 million naira for
I was
each
about
player.
to say it here, that it should not end with the federal. I didn't know that the governors have already taken
It's
action.
not too much money.
No. How is it too much money?
It's not too much money.
Let me tell you why.
10 million naira.
No.
Houses. National.
Well,
It's not.
No, wait a
it's
minute.
not-
Wait a minute.
I think what this can.
That's on a lighter note.
I think.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Why is it that each time, or most often when females are promoted, it is at times females that are angry with it. I thought that as a, you should be very happy that your own gender.
Let me just drop a caveat on this table. I'm extremely happy. That's why I said on a lighter note.
was even surprised that
Essentially,
she
it is
watches
too much
football,
money.
like soccer, right?
No,
We
it
were
is-
talking about
it's
it
too
yesterday.
much,
I
yeah.
was like, Natalie.
It's
You know
too
why
much.
I'm happy about that?
Yeah.
The situation in Nigeria has come that unless you are the son or daughter of a politician, emir, or Dangote, you are finished. But here it's just for football. They have moved,
I mean, do you know?
I'm very happy about that.
Do you know how that honor? Do you know how that money would transform the life of each of those girls? Do you know what it's going to do? I mean, these are the kind of things we want to see. We want to see money being spent on things like this, rewarding
It's not even
merit.
personal.
That's what I want to
Merit.
see.
It's like,
That's what I want to
Now
see.
you're making something of merit.
Yeah.
Not that you are the son of Buhari or the daughter of.
Well, I know what this kind of thing does.
Our
Though.
president.
It inspires what are others looking up to these girls to, work harder,
Yes.
and become, or even
Are
do
you
more
aware that
than
the
what they've
culture
done
of begging
already?
is all over the place? But these people work very hard. I'm particularly very happy about it. Particularly very happy about it. I don't know. I always get very happy when the status of women.
Okay.
I'm very, very
That's
happy.
fantastic.
This day, Peter Obi, president, using misleading statistics to conceal economic hardship. We saw him the other day, like that was yesterday. He went on Twitter, just like 22 hours ago, tweeting about how President Tinubu was campaigning in the Delta states and berated him, that he wouldn't call his name. That one are using statistics and all that. But now, President Tinubu is using statistics to conceal the economic hardship in Nigeria. That is the same statistics he's been using. Now is what the president is rolling out.
Yes.
To conceal.
Can I just come in there?
Yeah.
I think it would be more interesting if we take that particular story from Daily Global.
Okay.
Tinubu overfeeding Nigerians. I mean, that overfeeding
is more elaborate.
It's more elaborate. I mean, he said it's overfeeding. Do you know what it means to overfeed somebody?
Like, it brings full and it's still poor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's overfeeding, but go ahead.
So, what's your take? What's your input on this, right? That after everything, he was berated that he uses statistics about this, and about these statistics we're going to chop. But now the president is feeding us and overfeeding us with the same statistics, concealing the hardship and our economic is going through. Your take?
Well, when politicians talk, you don't, what we should be worried, what they are saying. For instance, when Peter Obi talks, gives his own statistics, you see it as it affects the masses. But some of the things our president uses as his own statistics, it appears to me that it is these ministers that are giving him whatever he says. But like you said, is it statistics that we are going to eat? It's not all those things he's saying. The common man is not seeing it. There's electricity. I get, every time people come to charge their phone, because I have solar, people come to charge their phone. And I thought that when the governor of Enugu State, came up with a wonderful project about this electricity, I didn't know that it will still be messed up by some federal institutions. What do they call that institution? NEC. I thought we are through with all this, that we should have our own NEC, and we should be totally be able to give ourselves electricity.
You're a wide reader, like you know a lot about history. So let's come to the crux of the issue, which is statistics. As P2B do rail out these statistics, that these numbers are how to manage this, avert this, and all that, right? With all you've seen, you've read, do these things align in reality? Because as President Tinubu during his campaign in Delta State, as P2B stated, that he was berated that he wouldn't call his name, that one that always using statistics, or is this statistics will chop, and statistics will chop, right? So does it really align? Is it a waste of time? Or truly, as he stated, that these statistics he's been rolling out, this present government is using it to also deceive the people and to conceal the hardship. Apparently, it is somehow making sense. What's your take?
Yes, he must have observed that using fake statistics, because what I find is that they are fake.
From President Tinubu?
Yes, they are fake. For instance, there's the one they released recently. A lot of things they release do not show on the ground. That is what we...
But
for instance...
let's make a case out of this, right? As this experts will say that it's going to take a while before we start, feeling the pulse, the reflection of whatever this president dispensation is doing. It's going to take a while before we start reflecting to
coming to the issue of statistics.
Yeah.
I want to give the example of IBB, former military president, and what China did. One of the things we must do in Nigeria, and one example it appears to me we take from China and the P2B is 35 years ago or thereabout, the Chinese government made a law that no couple should have more than 2 children. 35 years ago. Immediately, China became number 2 economy in the whole world. They have now amended that law. You can now have 3 children. The rate at which we bring children to this in Nigeria, IBB, when he was military president, he suggested we should not have more than 4. But all these people that are affected by religion will tell you that Prophet Muhammad had, 9 wives. Solomon had, I think they said, over 1,000 wives. But like the Bible said, there is time for everything. As at the time Solomon had all, I'm sure we had less than 1 billion people in this world. But now, you know, this is 21st century. Nigeria, look at about 18 million people out of school. And even if you see those in school, you begin to wonder whether these people are in school. And now we need the type of education that includes skills. You know, so statistics, Nigerians should stop bringing too many children into this world, especially our brothers from the north. They should follow the example of P2B. 1 wife, 2 children. That is one area, because no matter the amount of budget you are making, as long as there was a day senator came to the Senate with 4 wives, as if it is something that should be celebrated. And he said, more are coming. Let us stop bringing children into Nigeria without being sure of how they will. If I tell you what I saw about children in US, you see children, you see how they're taken good care of. And Clinton had only 1 child, daughter, Chelsea. Obama had only 2 daughters. But here, there is one of our leaders, a former prime minister, vice president. Let me not mention his name. He has 4 wives, 10 concubines, 60 children. No. So that's one area of statistics I want us to check very well, because no matter what amount you bring into it, another statistics I'm angry with. The United Nations said 26% of budget should be for education. Now we only bring 7% for education. I mean, these are statistics. Look at health. Shamelessly, our leaders still, even a local government chairman will say he wants to go to hospital in overseas. See a suspect, the former governor of Kogi State. You have such a serious case and you're asking for your passport that you want to go to overseas. So look at the hospitals, health, education. Let us follow the statistics of the civilized world. Let's look at education. We are not. It's 26%. How much are we giving to education?
Yeah.
It's too small.
It's 2 years into President Bola Tinubu's government. Would you say that he's not doing enough yet?
You see,
like there's no pass mark at all.
I don't know which area pass mark, because I have seen one of the problems we have. One of the problems we have is that, you see, it appears to me that we should have 6 years, only 1 term for every president. Because this question of within 2 years, you're already campaigning for another election. So I don't know which area. Is it in education? Is it in health? Our public servants still go abroad for it. I don't know which area he has made
Would you say
progress.
the money is being borrowed and not yielding result? Because apparently our debt profile is approaching 200 trillion.
It's getting worse.
Yeah. Would you say all this money is being
You
borrowed
know,
and not
let me say,
being
when,
utilized?
when I was in politics,
Yeah.
I observed what the politicians are doing. Every time they do a budget, they say, this is for Minister for Education. They will do it in such a way that 50% is for you to prepare for the next election. They have started preparing for the next election. That's what they do. They will ask you, oh, this road from Lagos to Calabar is this $1 billion. They are also telling you there, Dave Umai, remember, you are the person that will deliver to us Southeast, or at least your own state. So make sure that from this road, you bring out money for you to campaign and deliver Ebonyi State and the Southeast the next election. Every time they say, Minister of Power. I don't know why that one is still there. He has already started preparing for election. Maybe just because he has a name, Adelabu. His father was a well-known...
Adeboye Adelabu.
His father did well politically.
All right. Now,
So
since we're speaking about power, let's tie it back to the headlines this morning. We're seeing headlines that also cut across our dailies. We're seeing two major ones on the Punch. Electricity Act Amendment Bill. Federal government may sell 11 discos to new investors. We also cascade down to another independent article. States versus discos. New electricity law unleashes widespread crisis. Now, since the Enugu State Electricity Regulator slashed the tariffs for Bande consumers, we've seen the ripple effect spread across the electricity value chain. Gencos are against it, Discos are against it, NEC is against it, but the only member of the value chain that is happy about it are the consumers. So they're actually happy that finally Bande consumers at least will start to pay less than 209 naira per kilowatt hour. What do you make of the fact that barely 2 years into the use or the implementation of the 2023 Electricity Act, we're about to see being amended again? There are concerns among the states that this amendment may see NEC hold more power. These are the concerns. They may start to hold or withhold more power rather from the states. And this amendment bill is being sponsored by a senator from the Southeast zone. So I wonder, what is the motivation behind amending an Electricity Act that has not been used for up to 2 years? I mean, were they not sure about it when they passed it initially? Why is this happening now? Why is NEC so against what the Enugu State is doing and what other states are trying to follow suit?
Yeah, you're right. And you are not the only one that has expressed this. A lot of people are not happy about this NEC issue. When we have been crying for true federalism in Nigeria, we have been saying that this federalism is a unitary system. We have seen what federalism is in other countries. I was in US, I saw what federalism is. I know the situation in Switzerland, in China, and India. It is unfortunate, actually, that the person doing this is from the Southeast. Because when Nigeria had true federalism, Eastern Nigeria was the fastest developing region in Africa, if not the world. So I am really disappointed because when they said railway, we can now do our railway, we can now give our electricity. I was in Lagos when they started this struggle that they should be able to give themselves electricity. So NEC is something that should be dropped. Let them go. We don't need NEC anymore. We don't need NEC anymore. How can you? Any state or any state should be allowed to be its own NEC and its own everything. I don't know. They always everything. Abuja is too much.
There are some people that are arguing against what NEC did. They feel as if, what ERC did, that's the Enugu regulator did. They're saying that the ERC should have waited before going ahead to reduce the tariff for band-aid consumers. What do you have to say to such groups of individuals?
I disagree with them.
Because the question will now be waiting for what exactly, right? You ask what are they waiting for? What would they be waiting for? People that think that that ERC should have waited before.
Look, this country is already very slow. We know when the other president was here, we were talking about Baba go slow, Baba go. It's getting slower and slower again. Are you aware that when Obasanjo was president, we were in G20? The same thing when Goodluck Jonathan, we were in G20. But since Buhari came, very soon we'll be next to Afghanistan. I don't know. We are too slow in development. We are very, very slow. When shall we come back to G20?
Speaking about NEC, right, before we let you go, do you think that this is NEC pushing against the move by the states? Or are we seeing a case where you have certain stakeholders within the national body pushing this negative agenda against the power of the states? Do you think that it is NEC as a body against this? Or are there key stakeholders who, on one side, may have vested interests, on the second side, may be misunderstanding the situation or the Electricity Act of 2023? What exactly do you think we can describe this situation as, judging by these two facets? And if you have a third one.
I think that there is something political about this, because there is this deliberate attempt by some people to be cutting Southeasterners to size. Anytime they see anywhere where we are moving forward, some people at the federal level, at times even use our own people to reduce, there are certain things, once they see that the Southeast is moving forward in anything, some people will go there. They want every part of Nigeria to be like Zamfara State. I don't know, I get it. There are some people who are not happy that we are moving forward.
Thank you so much.
Yesterday, there was a research I carried out.
Great, go ahead.
In New York Public Library. And that was that they were saying that Igbos are the most intelligent people in Nigeria. I saw it in the library. And so, why is it that since we got independence, they always bring people, no meritocracy? This football we are celebrating because meritocracy was allowed.
Exactly that.
If they had used federal character, all this kind of this football, I don't think we would have made it.
Federal character is still visible in soccer.
In soccer?
Yeah, like in our Nigerian, even Super.
Yes, now, but that is why we have not been doing very well. Is it not just in West Africa that we defeated and we are celebrating? Nigeria should be. How far have we gone globally?
Right. Okay, thank you so much, Barrister Ezeaputa, for your input this morning. Already out of time, but thank you. And we'll continue to congratulate the Super Falcons. And this is something we can actually commend President Tinubu for as a media house, for recognizing that
was allowed to.
I think about it deeply, and I ask myself if that is even enough to celebrate these girls. You understand? Because the amount of money that has been spent on other projects, I don't want to talk about Lagos, Calabar.
And they're still wanting to borrow more.
Yeah, imagine all that money was not being spent on things like this and actually used to celebrate these ladies.
Our sports infrastructure.
Yeah.
And let these young youths.
Yeah, you could be looking at $500,000 being given there. You want to convert that to Naira. I mean, we totally overhauled.
Huge.
Thank you once again. The morning show would return in just seconds. Do stay tuned.
Renovating houses for vice presidents.